How you doing? How you doing, every single one of us today? Welcome to another session of Talks with Kev. I'm excited. I'm so super excited at this hour of the night. Today's topic is life is propelled, right? Life is propelled by the offensive. That is today's topic today, right? That's what we're going to be focusing on. Life is propelled by the offensive. And I'm a jazz guy. Yeah, let's go. So I'm excited about that. And I've been thinking about it all day. So pretty much I try to do these sessions on Monday and Tuesday, at least the first 2 days of the week. Get my week going, get everybody going during the week. And as I was thinking about today's session, and I was thinking to myself, it's about being intentional, right? Having an intention. Like for me to be here, for me to even create time to do this, I have to be intentional. And I kept thinking about every action that we take every single day, right? You got to be intentional. But the direction that your life is going to take, right? The direction that your life is going to take is going to come mostly from you taking deliberate action to get yourself to where you want to go. And yes, I'm and I do not take this for granted, but I have proximity to individuals who live a high achievers life. Their lives are, what would I say, like they are focused, they are goal oriented, right? I have access to mentors, people who mentor me, both in terms of trying to achieve goals financially in my life, right? And I, spiritual life. I have mentors around me, and sometimes I think that everybody has access, or rather everybody's life is the same way that mine is, surrounded by individuals who are just trying and pushing me and themselves to achieve great things. And then I realized that's not the case, right? Unfortunately, that is not the case. There's people in their lives, they do not have proximity to individuals who will challenge them to bring out the best versions of themselves. There's people who don't have that luxury. There's people who do not have proximity to people who are challenging them every day to do something out of the ordinary, to put their best foot forward, to become an individual who's striving for more. And how does such a person get to the next level? How do I personally, how do I get myself to the next level? And it's simply by being intentional. And that's why today's topic is life is propelled by the offensive. The direction your life takes is simply you not being in a defensive mode, but being in an attacking mode. You're trying to score, right? That's what is going to get your life to where you want to be. But you trying to actually score points to get your life to the next level. Now, you have to understand that you, in your life, in my life, right? Just like any team that is trying to score points against the other team, that the main aim, like for example, right? And I can actually go ahead and say, go Pats, right? I'm a Patriots fan, right? When they get on the field, the focus that they have is emerging victorious. At the end of the fourth quarter, right? They want to be at the top. Now, same thing with I'm talking about. Let's even look at something like baseball, right? There's 9 innings, 9 innings that the teams are going to play. But at the end of the day, it's not about who had the best defense, it's about who had the most scores. And that is the same thing. All sports, not just sports. Look at companies, right? Right? If you look at companies, it's about who had the best profit margins, right? Who had the best scores. If you're looking at our education system, unfortunately, that is how our education system is structured as well. It's about who had the best scores, right? And at the end of the day, it's about taking the offensive. It's not about me trying to make sure that I maintain my position. It's about me trying to make sure that I get to the next level. Get into the next level. That's what it's all about. Life is propelled by the offensive. The direction your life is going to take is simply out of the actions you intentionally take every single day. Every single day. The actions you take every single day. That's what is going to get you to the next level. The actions you take every single day. Now, the one thing I would definitely like to mention, right? For you to engage an offensive aspect of your life, you first have to think about something. What really do I want to achieve? What really am I striving to do? See, when a team gets on the field, they're trying to get scores. When a team gets on the field, they're trying to get scores. So now that you are living life, what really are you trying to achieve? Right? Do you have a goal, a destiny in mind, something you're working on? Because for me to take intentional action, I have a goal in mind, right? I have a goal in mind. Like, for example, for me to be on this live session right now, there's something I'm trying to achieve. There's a desired outcome, right, that I have in my heart that I'm trying to get to, right? For me to sit down, work, do whatever work I'm doing every single day, there's a desired outcome that I'm trying to get to. So before you can even start taking intentional actions, right, to get yourself to where you're going, like you need to know where you're going first. And that's pretty much what's going to drive your life. Now, the opposite of this is also true. If you do not have any intentional actions in your life that you are taking, like waking up every single day and knowing that this is what I need to get done today, guess what? You will do anything. Right? You will wake up and you are going to be reacting, right? You will be reacting to the day. And this brings me to the point of you want to be a proactive person. Proactive person. This means that you are not reacting to the things that are happening around you. You are trying to get things done. You are trying to get things done. I have some notes here with me, right? You're trying to get things done. You're not just reacting to your environment. And listen, every single person in the world is influenced by the world around them, by the environment around them. It's going to influence you in one way or the other. But very few people will actually be proactive in the sense that they will be trying to get things done despite the environment. Despite the environment, right? Now, you bring up the whole issue of the outcome, right? Based out of the environment that we are put in, right? A story is told of two brothers who were raised up by an alcoholic father, and despite their upbringing, right, they both had two different outcomes in their lives. So one of them saw the dad drinking, and he was like, "This is all I know," and he also became an alcoholic. That that's someone who was just okay. This is how life is. This is all I know. This is all that I see being done. This is what I'm going to do, right? And he becomes an alcoholic. But his brother, on the other hand, sees the kind of life that they are living because of their father's addiction to alcohol, and decides to live a completely different life. Completely different life. No, right? So one of the brothers is proactive and decides, you know what, I ain't going to touch alcohol. I seen how our dad gets. I seen the life that we are living, right? I see how much we've had to endure because of an alcoholic dad. I will not drink alcohol. But his brother, under the same circumstances, the same situation, becomes an alcoholic like the dad, right? The difference here is someone became intentional with their life, right? Someone becomes intentional and decides, I feel the influence of the world. I can feel the pressure from the world, but I choose to be this. I choose to do this. I choose to live my life this way. I choose to take these steps every single day. I choose not to conform to the world, but I am choosing right now to actually have an intentional life. I'm choosing to strive to become something, to achieve something, right? That is what it's all about, making decisions that are going to get you to the next level, getting yourself to the next level, right? You do not want to be the person who is always trying to manage crisis, right? Because you see, if you are not proactive and you are just reactive, you will always be on the side of the defensive side, always reacting to the pressure that's coming in, trying to manage the things that are happening around you. Oh, I woke up, but I did not set my alarm. So guess what? I'm trying to run so that I am not late for the next event. I'm not late for the morning session. I'm not late to do this, right? You're always managing crisis. If you are always managing crisis in your life and you do not have time where you are initiating your own actions, you're not in a position where you are initiating, like you're not starting anything voluntarily for yourself, right? Then guess what? Your life has the potential to be stagnant. Your life has the potential to be stagnant because you're always dealing with crisis. So pretty much it's like you're waiting for the world to throw something your way for you to put in some actions. That's what you're waiting for the world to throw a crisis your way for you to start reacting. But guess what? If you were to take the offensive and decide to, just prepare, right? Prepare for the things that may be happening in your life, right? You decide to predict what may be happening to you, right? And now you go ahead and you prevent, right? Or you either preventing or you decide to go ahead and actually make it work. Now, think about it this way. Right now, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk, and more so the way that he thinks, right? The way that he sees the world. And he's trying to get people to Mars. He's trying to get people to Mars. And they were having a conversation with Jack Ma, right? For those people who know Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, right? All the way from China. And Jack Ma was asking Elon Musk, like, how are you trying to get people out of this world with all the problems that we have, right? And you're not trying to solve the problems we have here, but you want to go to Mars. Like, and I was just listening to the conversation between these two people. See, both of them are brilliant in the sense that they have made billions of dollars doing what they do. But their level of thinking was so completely different at that particular point because, see, Elon Musk is not trying to solve problems. Yes. Has he solved problems in in an effort to achieve his dreams and goals? Of course he has. But the way he's gained success is him trying to get to a specific goal. He has a vision that he's trying to realize. And then he finds himself offering solution because of what he's trying to achieve. We all know about SpaceX. We all know the story of how he came up with, now he has to build his own space, like the spaceships, right? The rockets, only cause he's trying to get to Mars. But for him to get to Mars, he has to solve all these other issues of what's the most efficient way of doing it, what's the most the cheapest way of doing it, right? So rather than going to Russia trying to negotiate a deal and buy rockets from them, okay, that's more expensive, let me get my own thing going. And he's doing all these things trying to get to Mars. That's the only thing he was trying to achieve. But because he was trying to get to Mars, right, now he's had to build infrastructure for himself, actually even getting um, contracts with NASA, right, making billions upon billions of dollars just because he was trying to get to his goal. He was so intentional about going to Mars that he ended up creating a whole infrastructure to get him there. And now he's reaping the benefits of being proactive, right? I'm not saying that there is no situations that came that he had to react to. Of course, he had to react to the situation of going to Russia and not being able to get a rocket. He had to react to that. But the main reason he was reacting to that is because he already had a goal, right? That he was trying to achieve. So at the end of the day, my point here is you want to be the person who's trying to create. You want to be the person who's always trying to invent. You be the person who's trying to get to something. Score the points. Be the person who wants to score the points. Get yourself to the next level, right? And at the end of the day, just be someone who's not comfortable in a certain comfort zone. You have to, for your life, right, to start moving ahead, including my own life, for me to achieve the things that I need to achieve, I have to have a conversation with myself and agree with myself that I am going to take myself from a neutral position, right? And I'll start striving to get to my destiny. I'll start striving to get to my destiny. I want to grow, right? I want to grow. And rather than react to situations in life, I'm going to take every single situation and use it as a stepping stone. Every situation, use it as a stepping stone. Get to the next level, right? Get to the next level. And I'm just going to mention a few things about proactive people, just so that we get ourselves in that mindset of being proactive, right? Being, just knowing where we're going, right? One thing for sure is that proactive people are always learning new skills. Always learning new skills. You're not waiting for something to happen, right? Before you start driving your car and you have a flat tire, right? And now you're stuck on the road because you never know, you did not teach yourself how to change the flat tire. Before that happens, learn how to fix them. Like, just learn how to change the tire. Learn how to solve to solve the problem before it actually happens, right? Seek to educate yourself every single day. I think for me, this is the biggest drive I have in my life. Educate, educate, educate. Learn some. This is my thing. Learn something new every single day. If you listen to me so much, you realize that I'm always talking about learn something new. And you know why? In the book of Proverbs, I believe it's chapter 4, the Bible says, seek ye to be wise. Seek ye to be wise. But if you cannot be wise, right? And if it's going to cost you everything, this is the Bible. The Bible is saying, if it's going to cost you everything, seek ye knowledge, right? Try to be knowledgeable. And this is the whole idea. That's the Bible saying that, right? And the Bible also goes ahead and says that my people perish because of lack of, right? You need to educate yourself. You need to educate yourself. That's the whole thing. Learn a new skill. Don't be scared of going out there. Like, I was challenging myself the other day. Tax season is coming. Can I do my own taxes? Right? That's me trying to get ahead of it. Like, can I do it? Why pay someone if I can actually learn how to do it myself? Right? So proactive people are always learning new skills. Now, the other thing about people who are proactive is that they are always looking forward to change. Proactive people are always looking forward to change. And what do I mean by this? If you are proactive, if you are the person who's going out there trying to get things done rather than waiting for things to happen for you to keep moving, right? You know that there's going to be change. For example, right? For example, if I'm learning, right? If I'm teaching myself how to do my own taxes, guess what? Now I know during the tax season, I'll have to sit down, right? I'll have to pay, give my time and all that for me to be able to balance all my taxes and everything. I know a change is coming. I know that's something I have to prepare for. But during that change, I'm going to be experiencing growth, right? So the main reason why proactive people are looking forward to changes is because they know that during these changes, they are actually experiencing growth. Now, I'll give you an example with the weather situation, right? And especially down south of, in this country, in US, right? We have all this adverse weather where there's either drought in some places, or in some other places we have some crazy storms, hurricanes, and all that stuff. Now, in places where the government is reactive to the weather, we see a lot more, harm happening to the people than in areas where the government is actually actively trying to deal with the weather before it happens. Right now in Louisiana, right? There's people who've not recovered from Katrina. And it's how many years down the line? This was during Bush's era, right? And people haven't recovered yet, right? When you go to NOLA, right? And people haven't recovered yet because no one was ready for that. People were trying to react to it after it had already happened. But we know that there is a possibility for hurricanes to happen down there. So why not start preparing in advance? We know there is a possibility of drought happening. And I've seen this from my own country. I come from Kenya, right? And I've seen this in my own country every single year. And I can tell you, even next year, it's going to happen. The issue of drought, the issue of people dying because they don't have food. So unfortunate. But the government choose to be reactive. Right now, they should be preparing. When everybody is harvesting, why not collect food? Why not store food? Why not build storage facilities? Why not create a way that in case there's a drought, right, we are going to be able to supply the food? But unfortunately, people take their complacency in their own lives and take it to the institutions where they work. They take it to their jobs, to their schools, to their facilities. People just react. People will not try to solve the solution of drought because, oh, there's food right now, so we are fine, right? That's a problem, right? That's a problem. As a proactive person, you want to prepare for these things, right? Again, reactive people are comfortable. in the situation they are in their life. So in that example of drought situation, reactive people, they are okay. They don't see any worries in the world because, I mean, everybody is eating right now, so it should be okay. That's how reactive people think. They are in the moment, they are enjoying the moment, they're not thinking about tomorrow. So someone who's proactive, a proactive person is trying to predict and prevent. A reactive person is just comfortable. They're just comfortable. Another thing about proactive people is that proactive people actually focus on the future. Again, it's just an emphasis on the same thing, right? Proactive people focus on the future. But then you realize you're focusing on the future allows you to go ahead and say, for the people who are focusing on the future and something goes wrong, right? Something goes wrong. They, and I like to put myself in this same scenario where I am going to carry the blame for something going wrong because I should have done this. I should have done this. Next time, I'm going to do this. That's the kind of perspective or attitude that proactive people have, because their focus is on the future and how they can get things done. But a reactive person, right, they will be blaming everything and everybody apart from themselves. They will not be seeing how to get things done or how to solve issues because it was the weather. You are not expecting for there to be drought. Well, the crop dried up because we did not have enough rainfall, right? We've had all these issues. We've had our politicians give us all these excuses as to why there is drought and there's no food, right? Because they want to blame everybody. They are just reactive. They won't own up to responsibility. And that's another thing about proactive people. Proactive people actually, they shoulder the burden of what's happening around them. They take responsibility for the things around them, right? And the other thing about proactive people, their behavior is based out of conscious decisions that they have made. A proactive person, their behavior is going to be influenced by a conscious decision. Their behavior is going to be influenced by the goals that they have. Their behavior is going to be influenced, right, by the values that they have in their life. What do I mean by this? See, a proactive person is someone who says, this is what I believe in. This is what I stand for. And so I am not going to do one, two, three things because it's against what I believe in. It's against what I stand for. That's a proactive person. They won't be out there just doing things because everybody else is doing them. No, they are out there doing stuff because they actually believe in what they are doing. Right? So a proactive person is going to go on go on a vacation, right? But they know on a certain day, I need to get back, right? I need to get back because I need to achieve one, two, three things, right? A proactive person, their behavior, you don't see proactive people just doing some crazy stuff. Hardly doing some crazy stuff. I'll give you an example with a proactive Christian kind of a lifestyle, right? Because I can relate to that. See, a Christian who is proactive and they actually hold the value of I do not drink alcohol. See, if they go to a party, they will not be drinking alcohol because they don't believe in it. And they know I don't believe in that. Right? That's a proactive person. Okay, a student who's proactive, they will not be up at 4 a.m. watching movies, and yet they have a class in the morning at 8 a.m. Right? Because they know I need to wake up for that. So their behavior, the behavior of a proactive person is influenced by conscious decision. They make a decision consciously, right? Their behaviors are also going to be influenced by the goals and the dreams that they have. So if I am trying to become a doctor, right, I'm not going to be out there, right? I'm not going to be out there going all crazy rather than spending time studying. A proactive person, their behavior is going to be influenced by their goals and their visions for their life. And their behavior is also influenced by the values that they hold for themselves. In contrast, in contrast, a reactive person, their behavior is completely based on their emotions. I've seen this when it comes to trading, right? As a forex trader, I have seen people who are just reactive to the market. They see a candle going in one direction and now they want to jump into the market because, oh, I feel this trade is going to do this way. But they did not analyze. They did not go into the market and try to get confirmations for it, right? They a reactive person, they have fear of missing out. They cannot control that. They are impatient. The impatience that a reactive person has, you can tell there is something going on because they cannot wait. They cannot wait. They cannot wait for the right time. A reactive person, they cannot wait because they are seeing, oh my God, this trade is about to leave me. This trade is about to leave me. So they're like, okay, I need to jump in, make some money. That's a reactive person. Their behavior is influenced by their emotions. So if you find yourself being controlled by your emotions all the time, you need to ask yourself, have a meeting with yourself and be like, what's really going on? What's really happening over here, right? I'm just reacting because my emotions are telling me blah blah blah, right? Be careful that you don't have your emotions controlling you, right? Now, another thing as I wind up is that proactive people focus on their values despite what's happening around them. They focus on their values. A proactive person focuses on their values. They focus on the things they believe in. Yes, I know that it's cold. I know that it's going to take me 20 minutes to go to the gym and it's raining, but I'm still going to get to the gym. I'm still going to go and exercise because I value my health. I value my health, right? So whether it's raining outside or whether it's cold outside, I'm still going to go and exercise. Why? Because I value my health. But a reactive person is simply going to say, oh, it's raining today. I'm taking a day off, right? I'm taking a day off, right? So a reactive person is highly influenced. They are highly influenced by the environment around them. That's a reactive person. But a proactive person, they hold dear and they pay attention to their values. So if I value my health, I'll be out there making sure I'm working on my health day in, day out, no matter what's happening, right? So for me, and basically for every single one of us, for us to be proactive, we need to have the mentality of predicting and preventing, which means that I'm not going to wait for myself to get sick so that I start taking care of my health. I know that my health is a fragile thing. Every single person's health is a fragile thing, right? If you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to have health issues. So if you don't exercise, you gain weight, diabetes comes your way. If you're taking in too much sugar, right? If you are just having fatty foods, no vegetables, right? So you don't eat vegetables because you like them. You simply eat them because I'm going to do this. It's going to keep me healthy. So as a proactive person, you need to have the attitude and the mindset of predict and prevent, right? I know that my business, if I do not show up, guess what? I'm going to have a decline. So even if I have stuff going on, I am predicting if I don't show up, it's going to be a decline. So I am going to show up. If I don't make this phone call, if I don't call my client today, I might lose this client, right? So guess what? I'm going to call that client. So as a proactive person, as someone who wants to direct and is intentional about directing their lives in a certain direction, you will have the mindset of predicting and preventing, getting things done so that they don't go in the opposite direction from what you desire. Things do not disappear. Things will never disappear. You have to deal with them, right? You have to deal with them. So don't think that if I do not go to the gym, I am through some kind of miracle going to lose weight. Nah, ain't gonna happen, right? It, the problems don't just disappear, right? If you think that you're going to ignore something and then it's not going to be there anymore, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. So as a proactive person, you need to deal with things as they are happening. As they are happening, you deal with them so that get it done, get it out of the way, right? But if you don't deal with stuff and you're waiting for some miracle to happen so that life is gonna move on, now not gonna happen. So deal with stuff. Be proactive about your life. Deal with the problems as they arise, and I promise you, you're going to direct your life in the direction that you desire. Also, plan your daily agenda every single day, right? Do not wake up in the morning and you don't know what you need to be doing that day, right? The small things count. As a proactive person, you need to be planning your daily agenda, right? If you don't know, like I know on Mondays and Tuesdays, I'll be up at night doing this live session, right? And then I know that on Fridays I'll be working on my YouTube page. Like I know that those are some daily agendas. If you don't know the things that you need to be doing, consider a to-do list, right? Consider a to-do list to guide you through the things you need to get done that day, right? So before you even sleep, write down a to-do list so that when you wake up the next day, you already know the things that you need to get done. Also, have clear goals and a vision for your life, right? A clear goal and a vision for your life. That's the big picture. By the end of the day, I would like to be at this point. So even as I do my to-do list, I'm going to make sure that my to-do list is going to you know it's going to address the things I need to do to get to my goals. And then it's also going to address my daily needs, right? It's going to address those kind of stuff, but a clear goal and a vision for your life, that's paramount, right? Also, the other thing you have to consider as a proactive person is be flexible, right? So I'm talking about being proactive, and then you'll be probably thinking, it's everything I plan to do, I have to get it done. It's not always going to work that way. Sometimes you're going to plan to be somewhere at a specific time, then bam, something happens, you cannot do what you had purpose to do. So be flexible, right? Learn to deal with things as they happen, right? And that being said, that is going to be the end of today's live session. I hope that this is actually blessing you guys and challenging you to get yourselves to the next level, right? That's all I desire, is as I challenge myself to challenge you as well to get yourselves to the next level, right? So this is your boy Kevin Kev. As always, let us keep it real, do the work, show up, and let us also keep it Jesus in the sense that have faith, believe, and it shall all work out for you. So God bless you. Have a wonderful night, a wonderful morning, depending on where you are. And let us be proactive because life is propelled by the offensive. It's the things you do to achieve your goals that are going to direct the direction of your life. Keep it real, keep it Jesus.